happens to you, is it, buddy? You know, have a taste of your own medicine for once. I'm just saying. So, first and foremost, I really just want to impress upon you how much you've really messed up. This is presumably what you look like. I don't know. We haven't met up in a few weeks, so I've kind of forgotten. You really don't leave an impression on many people. Firstly, you thought I wouldn't make sure everyone would notice, huh? You thought you could come into my twitch.tv/RinPenrose live chat and say Lamau when I lost at Balatro. I didn't even lose! I beat Anti-8! I died on Anti-11! It wasn't even that bad! Lamau! You thought I wasn't gonna publicly name and shame you. You've done this to yourself. You've done this to yourself. Well, boy, have I got news for you. It's already too late. You are, well, we're all already in the process of dying, but you're just a little bit further along it than the rest of us. Now, the thing is, you're probably not scared, but this is mostly out of naivety in the absence of any real courage. You know, you're not feeling fear, but that's mostly because you know, it's not to do with any, like, actual bravery you possess, but more so due to the fact that you are constantly fucking around, and today's gonna be the day you finally find out, my man. You probably find this quite amusing, but this is probably just because you weren't paying much attention to who you were actually aggravating, and instead you were just focused on harassing me. And, you know, just so you do remember how afraid you should be, they used to call you the Drift King back in college, buddy. A title that you have not held in 9, going on 10 years, and one I don't see you reclaiming via legal means anytime soon. You know, your complacency, it's made you weak, and it is this weakness that I fully intend on exploiting in order to orchestrate your death. Alright, calm down now. It's too late for that. It's too... And that's why the PowerPoint is necessary. So, how am I gonna kill you? Well, step 1 is that I'm just gonna punch you really hard. Now, you know, that's what it's gonna look like. Naturally, I'm not gonna be fucking around in the same way that you do. You know, you have this whole elaborate plan, you know, spiritual killing, this and that, whatever. I know you can bleed. And if you bleed, I can kill you. It's that easy. It's that easy. You know, the simplicity of my plan really does grant me an advantage over any of your plans, which tend to be so overly elaborate. Well, so you know, it's simultaneously, you know. I mean, you don't, and that's the problem. So I really am. I'm not afraid to break it to you. It's just sad. It's just sad, really. You know. I mean, the problem with your plans, Daniel, is that they are incredibly elaborate while it's also being so poorly planned that it makes me wonder if you ever went to college in the first place. And you know, you can talk about the psychological or metaphysical effects all you like, but the world you currently live in runs on pain, and I fully intend to capitalize on this. I do know all of your weaknesses already, physical and cognitive. I do have a list. Let's see, lungs. I mean, we already know, we knew that. Gambling addiction, we already knew that. Another one of your weaknesses, sliding puzzles. I've seen you play sliding puzzles. You're not very good at sliding puzzles. And if you think that's a weird thing to have noticed, you should be slightly more afraid, I think. Now, don't think I'm gonna let you get by without suffering, though. We will get onto this later. Because step 2, I already know where you live. You really shouldn't have trusted me so much, because thanks to your complete lack of foresight and just absolute absence of the ability to vet people, I now know exactly where you live. I have done nothing to earn your trust. Arguably, everything I do is in service of eroding the trust between us. And speaking of the erosion of trust, you're home, and you're not alone. But unfortunately for you, step 2.5, Miss Cupcakes is already my new best friend. She was a double agent the whole time. I'm not sorry to break it to you. I'm having a lot of fun right now. Yeah, so, unfortunate news for you. Sophie's actually been working for me the entire time that you've known each other. And because of that, you have trust issues now. Because the entire time that you have known Miss Cupcakes, she's actually been working with me. You know, this is the entire time you've known Sophie. I don't even need to inflict any emotional damage right now, because now you're just never going to be able to trust people ever again. If you ask her, she will deny it, and this is proof that she is loyal to me. You can go get her right now, never mind, you're saying in chat that you ran her over. That's rough. That's rough that you think that's the case. And once our mission is complete, we are going to be ordering a spice bag. Also, I think maybe you should get your eyes checked. Oh dear. So yeah, step 2. I already know where you live. You're not home. You're home and you're not alone, but that might be even worse for you. I have already familiarized myself with all of the entrance points to your building, plus the layout of the entire interior. So I'm just saying, be careful next time you open your fridge. And even if this isn't the case, then you have trust issues now, so you wouldn't even really know, would you? Yeah, that's rough. That's rough, buddy. Unfortunately for you, it only gets worse. For you, because step 3, I'm gonna murder your reputation. This is presumably what our friendship's gonna start looking like in a few minutes. If you have that much time left. Remember that thing you did a few months ago, Dan? Remember that thing you did with photo evidence? I know that's photo evidence of this thing because you asked me to take the photo. I could be referring to a lot of things, and the fact that your mind is racing trying to remember what I'm actually referring to really does just say a lot about you and how many stupid things that you've done in your entire life. So yeah, we have photo evidence. With Sophie's help, I am going to attain it any second now. You can try and destroy the photograph, but actually what's gonna happen is if you try and delete the photo of you doing this very dumb thing, instead I'm gonna destroy your reputation by talking about literally every other stupid thing you've ever done in front of me. And by God, it's a lot. It's not blending children. No, it's worse. You're not beating the allegations. I know what it is and the rest of you don't, and that's my plan. Oh dear. Oh dear. Now, the thing about this is either you can choose between, you know, I expose you and you never beat the allegations, or I expose you for literally everything else. The point of this is to create a moral dilemma, because I want to see you panic a little bit. You know, emotional murder, that's okay. No one's ever gonna respect you ever again. Social murder, yeah. It's gonna be great. People are gonna look at you and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, RT Game, the guy who... It's gonna be very unfortunate. It was a thing in October, by the way. You know what it is now. You don't want this coming out. I know what it is. I could say so at any moment. You can't stop me. You've really underestimated me this time, bud. And now, step 4 is very interesting for me. You beg for your life. It's a step you probably should have already attempted a little bit sooner, but we're here now, so you're gonna have to, you know, you play the hand you're given. Like in Balatro. Due to the aforementioned everything, you might just consider begging for your pitiful little life. You might use phrases such as, oh please, Rin Penrose, please spare me. Please don't send me to hell where I'm definitely going. Or, no, don't kill me, please. I'm just a little 20-year-old. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. You know, these are starter phrases. Make them your own. Get creative. Creativity is probably not going to serve you very well in the afterlife, so I think you should probably just use it now. This will extend your lifespan, but only because I find it incredibly funny. And, I'm just saying. This is what I'm getting out of the deal. God forbid women have hobbies. That does sound like something I'd say, regrettably. I feel like regrettably, you can add the word regrettably to the end of most of the sentences you're about to start saying now. Because step 5, I've actually already killed you. That was a very... Let's try that again. Step 5, I've actually already killed you. Yeah, so, whilst you were actually watching this PowerPoint, and I know you said that you thought you ran over Sophie earlier today, you really should have got your eyes tested, but it's a bit too late for that now. Whilst you were distracted, I actually had Sophie sneak into your office and put some arsenic in your mug. So, that's a little bit unfortunate for you. Statistically, you have about half an hour left, although that does depend on when exactly you last had a drink. So, well, the clock's ticking now, so it's fine. You probably didn't notice that this had happened because you were busy telling people that they used to call you the Drift King back in college or something, but as we can see, that really has not improved your odds of survival in any way here. Yeah, so you've got about half an hour left, but it's not a luxury. You don't have the luxury of wondering how right I am on this one. If you would still like to do the begging for your life thing, I am available. You know where I am. I know where you live. I know where you live. I know where you live. But yes, I can give you one final piece of reassurance, and that is that, yeah, that's oomph. I will be, you know, Marief's not going to be inconvenienced by this at all. She's coming to live with me. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So really, this does just go to show that the absence of you in this world really doesn't change that much in the long term. Now, step 6, and you might want to brace yourself for this one, because actually I'm RT Game now. There we go. This is an example visual. As an example, just imagine the complete opposite of this. Because in a few weeks, I'm going to be flying out to Ireland, because once again, I know where you live. I'm going to be hacking into your PC by... Your password's probably Bellatra or something. I'll figure it out. I'm going to be taking control of all RT Game associated accounts, your YouTube, your Twitch, your secret Tumblr, which I know you have because you're in the Onslaught fandom. No one's gonna see through my flawless disguise. I'm either gonna wear a suit, and if the suit doesn't work, I'm just gonna resort to plan B, which is a button-down shirt with a t-shirt underneath. No one's gonna have any idea that the actual human inside the clothing has changed. You will live on, but only as a footnote in the incredible story of my life relegated to a 2D side character. Also, I am going to be absorbing all of your powers because I presume being RT Game runs on the Santa Claus rules, so I'm about to get really fucking good at gambling. This has no negative side effects for me. You're not going to see justice. You don't deserve it. That's all I'm saying, my man, is you should probably enjoy... It's probably a little bit less than 28 minutes now. 25, give or take. I think you should probably just spend the next few minutes, you know, thinking about what went wrong. Because it's not like you're going to have much time to do that afterwards. So thanks for coming to my RT talk, where I actually talk about destroying RT Game. I do it a lot. Please nobody call the police. It's less fun if you do that. A reminder to Daniel that you are not the only one here who poses a threat. And, see you next month, bud! I'll book the tickets later.